Hey guys, this is Stuart Ross here, coming to you with a quick video, and I'm really doing this video for my subscribers, but there is a good chance that somebody else may have shared this video with you and you might not know who I am, so I'm just going to very quickly introduce myself. But before I do that, I just want to say that if somebody has shared this video with you, the chances are is because they think that it will be of value to you. Maybe the message behind it is important, so please do listen to what I have to say. So like I said, my name is Stuart Ross, and over the last few years I've been helping thousands of people all over the world from all different backgrounds, all different ages, start and build successful online businesses. But what I'm most passionate about is the fact that I'm able to show and teach people how to build businesses that give them a lot more than just money, but enable them to have a lot more choices and a lot more freedom in their lives. The kind of businesses that enable you to work where you want, when you want, no geographical ties, no commuting, all the normal things that you see with traditional businesses, high overheads, lots of staff. None of that is necessary. And the reality is that this type of business has only been around for 10-15 years since the internet's been around, so it's still a very, very new thing. But I had a very, very surreal moment. Like I said, I've been teaching people how to do this for a few years now, but last night was a bit crazy. Now, I live just outside of London in the UK. Right now I'm shooting this video from Central Park in New York City. In fact, I'll just scan around now. You can even say hello to the ducks. And the ice skating rink's just over there. It's been a really nice day, in fact, very, very sunny, but it looks like the sun is going down. The reason that I'm here is because I do like to travel, but I'm out here meeting up with various different friends, and last night I actually met up with one of my students. Now his name is Chris, and he's from the United States. He actually originally lived in Atlanta when he first got in touch with me. He then, after building his online business, moved to San Francisco, and he moved a lot of his family that way as well, and he couldn't be any happier there. But we met up on one of those rooftop bars, having a couple of beers, and we got chatting, and within about half an hour or so, Chris basically said to me that he really wanted to thank me. I don't know if it was the beer talking, but he really wanted to thank me, and he said, you really have changed my life. He said, I think it's absolutely crazy because we've never met in person. You're from pretty much London. I'm almost the other side of the world, and you've completely changed my life. Well, what I said to him is, well, the crazy thing is that my original mentor was from the United States, and his name was Brad. And I found him online. He seemed like a reasonable guy, so I applied for his coaching and got started, and the system and the training that he gave me completely changed my life. Now, unfortunately, Brad, my original mentor, retired in his mid-40s, and we didn't actually ever really keep in touch. So still to this day, I don't even know if he has any idea how much my life changed as part of his coaching and training. But if he does, great. If not, hopefully one day he'll find out, but I'm sure he's helped many, many other people. Now, we were sat there chatting away, and one thing that we realised was that the internet, we realised this a long time ago, but the internet truly is an amazing thing. The ability it gives you to talk to people, interact with people, train people, communicate with people all over the world. It's actually, when you think about it, it really is quite phenomenal, even though we're all very used to it on a day-by-day basis. Now, so we're chatting away, and we're talking about how Brad in America changed my life, me being in London changed Chris's life, and what the next thing that happened was one of Chris's students turned up about an hour and a half after we had been there, and his name was Marcus. Now, Marcus had flown in a couple of days before from Australia, and it was his first time to the United States, and he arranged to meet up with Chris. And the crazy thing is that within about half an hour of him turning up, we got talking, and he said, Chris, I want to just say, man, thank you for everything that you've done for me. You've completely changed my life, teaching me how to do all this online marketing stuff. Now, the stupid thing is that, like, literally half an hour ago, me and Chris have been pretty much having the exact same conversation. And it was then that we shared the fact that we'd been talking about that, and we just realised, like I said, it was a bit of a surreal moment, how we've been responsible, each one of us, for you know, making a huge difference in different people's lives, yet we're from completely different backgrounds. All three of us, very, very different education, very, very different corporate careers, very, very different upbringing. Chris, for example, had a degree, did very well at university and was in banking for 12 years. I was a college dropout and you know, went into a state agency and you know, had no real qualifications behind me. Then we had Marcus, and Marcus had literally worked in the fast food industry for most of his career. In fact, though, the year that he met Chris, he was actually selling cars, so he'd literally just done a career change, but it didn't suit him. And it was then that, you know, I sort of sat back and thought, you know, this is absolutely crazy. You know, there's the three of us right here, right now. Completely different ends of the world, like I said, completely different backgrounds, but because we learnt the system of making money online, we've been able to completely change our lives, and not only change our lives for us, but also change our lives for our families. And you know, I've met many of my students over the last few years, and it's a great thing to meet all these different people from all these different backgrounds, but I can actually say it's the first time that I had such a surreal moment where it really hit me in the face, you know, how big a difference that we can make to different people's lives, no matter what their situation is, no matter what their circumstances are, and no matter where they live in the world. And that's really what I want you to think about. I don't care how old you are, I don't care where you live, I don't care what your background is. I want to tell you that if you are seriously motivated about building an online business and being successful, it doesn't matter, none of those things matter. It doesn't matter what your education is, it doesn't matter where you live on the planet, as long as you have an internet connection, and just as importantly, you have the motivation and the desire and the drive to learn new skills and implement them, you can completely change your lives. Right now it's Thursday afternoon. I'm sat in Central Park in New York. I'll just scan around here and just share it with you. And you know, most people are sat in their offices in these buildings, working away and probably living paycheck to paycheck. But for me, worse than that is they're probably not particularly happy with their current situations. And you know, I just realise every single day how few people realise that there is a much better way of living life, and that is through building your own business and leveraging the internet to do that, to give you a lot more choices. One of the other things I just want to say before I go is that I got out of the lift this morning, the elevator, 52nd floor, and looked out the window, and I could see one of these skyscrapers right next to our hotel, and it was an office block, and all I could see was hundreds and hundreds of people in their shirts and ties sat behind their desks. It was about 8:45 in the morning, and I couldn't help but think, I wonder how many of those people would really like to change their lives, and I wonder how many of those people will ever actually do anything about it. And the realization was that, you know, very few people will actually take the steps, will actually take action to change their lives. And I do actually think a big part of it is because maybe they don't have the confidence, or just the realization that there are many different ways of, being able to provide for yourselves, being able to provide for your families, than the normal system, the system of getting up in the mornings, commuting, sitting in an office all day and trading time for money. And like I said at the start of the video, I'm incredibly passionate about showing people how to build successful online businesses, to give you that freedom, to give you that flexibility, to make a lot more choices in your life. And if you are sat there right now thinking that you want a piece of that, then I just want to say, we can help you at the Six Figure Mentors. I know there are other people out there as well who can actually coach and train you to do this stuff, but we have an application process in place right now where you can actually apply. We only take students on through application, where you can actually apply to find out more about how we may be able to help you. Not everybody is accepted, I will say that, but if you do get accepted, we will obviously then be in touch to show you how we can actually move you forward and teach you how to start a successful online business. So anyway, thanks for coming through to check out this video. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'm going to go off and I'm going to go and grab a hot dog. I think you can't come to Central Park and not have a hot dog. So over and out for now, and take care.